Welcome to Finding Sweet Success with Ice Cream, an insights-driven webcast from FlavorSum. I'm Lisa Jackson, Director of Marketing. Today we'll be discussing the market dynamics, consumer behaviors, and innovation themes that are affecting the ice cream and frozen desserts category in North America. The webcast is pre-recorded, but you do have access to a team to answer your questions, and I'll have my contact information on the last slide if you need to reach out to me. You'll also get a copy of our ebook that explores these innovation themes more deeply and provides some formulation tips if you're just beginning your innovation journey. For now, though, let's get started on our investigation of opportunities in the ice cream category. Launch data from Mintel's Global New Products database shows that across the US and Canada, total ice cream and frozen dessert launches have declined about 5% on a compound annual basis since 2018. New product activity fell more significantly in 2022, about 8%. For perspective, though, when we look across all the food and beverage categories that Mintel tracks, we saw innovation down 8% there as well. Producers, as you know, are facing rising costs and consumers are dealing with inflation, and product launches have retreated. They're still happening, though, with dairy-based innovation in ice cream or frozen dessert continuing to represent most of the launch activity. But plant-based frozen desserts are getting more attention from producers. Launch activity increased 10% in the last year, and plant-based share of innovation is on the rise as a result. New product activity also picked up for water-based frozen desserts, like popsicles. You'll see a gain of 15% in 2022. But innovation in the water-based segment of the category has trended downward, about 10% over the last 5 years. Now, innovation in ice cream and frozen desserts does have a regional skew within North America. The U.S. continues to lead 2022 innovation across the board, especially in dairy and water-based frozen products, the pie charts that you see on the left and the right side of your screen. But Canadian brands have invested heavily in the plant-based space. Launches are up 16% over the past 5 years, and they more than doubled in 2022. As a result, Canada now has a larger share of plant-based innovation compared to the other types. U.S. producers are increasing innovation in plant-based products too, though. Launches are up about 7.5% since 2018, but in 2022, U.S. producers did pull back about 11% on plant-based innovation. Despite the slowdown in new product development, North Americans continue to buy ice cream and frozen desserts. Mintel uses data from information resources and Nielsen IQ to forecast where the category is going, and they anticipate that North American ice cream revenue will increase about 3% in 2023 and again in 2024, but on flat volume growth. The dollar gains do reflect some inflationary pressures, but also some shift to premium price packages like pints or formats like novelties and plant-based products. It's worth noting that North America ranks number 3 globally for per capita consumption of frozen sweet treats after Australia and New Zealand. On average, we're enjoying about 18 kilograms. That's almost 40 pounds of ice cream per person. I do try to do my part. Canadians consume about 10 kilograms or 22 pounds per year. That ranks them among the top 20 ice cream consuming countries. In a mature category like ice cream, with almost 90% of North American households buying at least some type of frozen treat annually, finding innovation pathways can be challenging. With the help of Innova, we've identified several notable market and consumer dynamics that are shaping the ice cream category that we want to talk about to help you chart your formula for success. At the forefront of factors affecting ice cream are 2 interlinked ideas, indulgence and premium. Both ideas are inherent in the ice cream category, but you can find ways to bring them to life using different innovation pathways. Premium ice cream launch activity peaked in 2020 during the height of the pandemic, when small indulgences alleviated some of our stay-at-home doldrums. We did see innovation retreat in this space in 2022, but based on conversations that we've had with ice cream producers, we do expect some resurgence in 2023 and 2024. The activity in 2022 crossed formats. We saw pint intros focused on bakery inspirations like snickerdoodle cookies, novelties that delivered multiple textures with premium ingredients, but still in a value-oriented multi-pack, and tubs offering variations of a favorite flavor, vanilla, with brown sugar notes and provenance to deliver a premium experience. Other flavors of premium launches are shown here, with sweet browns, bakery tie-ins, nut flavors, and global tastes like mango or fig making an appearance. Here are some additional launches in the premium and indulgent space. You can't see them perhaps clearly, but they do have on-pack callouts mentioning texture like creamy or layered. Flavor profiles tend to be upscale. You'll see truffle, ganache, and mocha. Some brands rely on nostalgia to connote indulgence through flavors like s'mores or black cherries and chocolate. In addition to those characteristics, premium launches of dairy ice cream will have higher milk fat, usually 14% or more. Many producers will reference using whole milk or cream to communicate the richness of their texture. And although not an on-pack message, premium ice creams by design have less than 50% overrun. That means their texture is less airy. Some brands do mention ingredient sourcing of the ice cream base with a milk that doesn't contain RBST as an indicator of quality. The next dynamic influencing ice cream is a tactic of offering flavors, sometimes seasonal, for a limited time throughout the year. LTOs are available across many food and beverage categories because brands recognize that people value them. Innova research reveals that 4 out of 10 North Americans are on the lookout for new flavors during their shopping experiences. About 1 in 4 agree that limited time offers or seasonal flavors do affect their food choices, and the impact of LTOs does occur across generations, increasing slightly among older people. Now, watching new product activity by season can help you identify winning LTO concepts, as well as emerging flavors that could be your next big idea. Mintel launch data shows that spring and summer flavors in ice cream tend to feature bright fruits, while the TasteWise social listening database suggests that people are gravitating toward lighter, maybe zingier, and sweeter taste profiles in ice cream. In the fall and winter, ice cream launches and social conversations tend to focus on warmer, spicier, and holiday-inspired tastes. Indulgent flavors are going to resonate year-round. You can't go wrong with those. And crossovers are often a great way to create connections. So when you're looking for LTO inspiration, take a trip to your local bakery, your candy shop, or walk down the beverage aisle just to spark some creativity. People are pretty open to LTOs, and they're willing to try some very novel flavors during the seasons. We've seen ice cream brands responding to the craving for limited time offers. Launches for limited time offers were almost doubled in 2022. And conversations with producers suggest that we will see continued increase in 2023. Here are a few examples that illustrate the themes we mentioned on the previous slide. There's a warm chocolate flavor for winter, the well-known pumpkin spice that continues to connect with people, a fun mystery flavor for spring that intrigues and delights, and a summery citrus flavor inspired by a favorite bakery treat. Now, we mentioned the continued growth of plant-based frozen desserts earlier, but we wanted to dive deeper into the effects that the mainstreaming of dairy alternatives is having on the ice cream category. A multi-country survey from Innova notes that some of the category gains reflect growing awareness and availability of plant-based options. Almost half of the people surveyed say that they notice more plant-based products, and about 1/3 are buying more because they have more choice. About 1 in 2 will turn to a trusted brand for plant-based products, and a similar amount are open to trying traditional products now available in plant-based form. There is increasing interest in sustainability that's contributing to the appeal of plant-based dairy. About 2 in 5 people surveyed agreed that dairy alternatives are a better fit with their values. Here are some examples of recent launches in the plant-based frozen dessert segment. You'll see familiar brands using a variety of flavors or bases, like sunflower butter, coconut cream, and avocado. Mechanisms to deliver the indulgent taste and texture that people expect from ice cream. Familiar flavors do play a role. That helps mitigate the risk of trying a new non-dairy base. And you'll see here brands are branching into novelties at an increasing rate across a variety of formats, from sandwiches to sticks. Mintel recently examined reactions to plant-based frozen desserts, and they noted that while about 3 in 10 of millennials, both younger and older, accept the format, Gen Z is less enamored. Older consumers aren't sure about plant-based frozen treats either. The same survey revealed that Gen Z gravitates more toward textured experiences in desserts, so attracting younger buyers may require some additional formulation. Trader Joe's has a recent example here. This plant-based entry addresses interest in texture by including the tapioca balls that you find in boba beverages. The next dynamic affecting the ice cream category that we wanted to talk about centers in convenience and snackability. As we return to that on-the-go lifestyle and as our concerns about well-being led us to refocus on eating behaviors like portion control, people and dairy producers began exploring new ice cream formats. Over the past 4 years, North American ice cream brands have shifted some innovation efforts from cups and tubs to sticks, sandwiches, and cones. Novelties represented about 24% of new product activity in 2019, increasing to 42% through mid-2022. Now, looking at novelty innovation across dairy and plant-based frozen desserts in 2022 shows that while dairy continues to dominate, the efforts of non-dairy brands are emerging across formats. Plant-based account for 2 in 10 stick launches, about 15% of sandwich innovations, and almost 1/3 of new product activity in cones. Now, here are a few examples of recent launches in the novelty segments that we thought were interesting. This is a unique stick shape that brings a bakery-inspired flavor to life in both shape, appearance, and texture. So that was a neat one. Plant-based novelties, as you see a variety here, are calling out functional benefits on the front of the pack, in addition to using flavors, textures, and formats to drive appeal. Here's another example of a unique format that delivers just the right bite of indulgence. That's a private brand. And here's a novelty that again taps into texture, as we saw with Trader Joe's, by bringing in the boba tapioca balls. This time it's in a stick format as opposed to a pint. The functional benefits that plant-based brands often call out prompted our investigation of the final dynamic affecting the ice cream category. Health claims are becoming more prominent, especially in the US, and sugar reduction, a formulation change that's happening across the food and beverage landscape, is also emerging in ice cream. Looking at the claims made on a global and a US basis across ice cream, so the world is shown in green and the US is shown in blue in the chart on the left, it shows that US brands consistently showcase health-focused benefits more often than we see internationally. Clean label and free-from claims are more common than some of the other functional benefits. And here are 2 recent launches that illustrate health positionings. Amazon recently introduced a premium ice cream brand called Aplenty with no artificial additives and no high fructose corn syrup. Kemp's Novelty makes similar callouts. They also mention the local sourcing of their cream as a benefit. Breyer's recent launch, it's a relaunch actually, called Mango Light, calls out its gluten-free status, the absence of hormones, and its sustainably sourced vanilla and fruit. You'll note that launches in the US with high protein are the one claim where we do trail the global average. High protein does remain an area of interest for some brands like Upstar Nutrition's Keto line, which calls out 3 grams of carbs and no added sugar. Sugar reduction is on the upswing in North American ice cream launches, with 2022 innovations with sugar claims almost doubling the 2021 activity. Other keto brands like Rebel or Killer no added sugar, while lower calorie brands like Enlightened will call out reduced sugar as a feature. Minimal sugar content also shows up in some novelties. Now, examining the types of sweetener solutions used to deliver sugar reduction shows that erythritol, monk fruit, and allulose are at the top of the leaderboard. Interestingly, traditional white sugar is in the top 5 at reduced levels to be able to make the claim. Most of these sweeteners showed up in more North American ice cream launches in 2022. It's worth mentioning, however, that a significant proportion of Americans don't know much about non-nutritive sweeteners. You'll see that erythritol and allulose have almost half of people in a recent Mintel survey saying, "I'm not sure what this is." And for more than 50% of the people who do read labels, ingredients like erythritol or allulose may need additional explanation or education so that people are comfortable buying the product. There are also other solutions beyond erythritol that will work in ice cream, and that may be something to follow up with your ingredient supplier on. Deciding what's next for your ice cream brand will reflect your business goals and your brand guidelines. With indulgence an expected part of the ice cream and frozen treat eating experience, you have several innovation paths that we covered that can help you deliver indulgence. Flavors, especially combination flavors, texture through variegates or inclusions, and formats are all tactics demonstrated to connect well with people. You can continue to rely on familiar flavors. We'll always like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, but you can upscale the taste with provenance, intensity, or unique flavor notes, making your strawberry fresh or jammy, for example. Although dairy-based items continue to drive revenue in ice cream and frozen desserts, plant-based ice creams or frozen desserts are gaining share of shelf, and they are gaining sales. The people who turn to non-dairy are looking at them as healthier, more sustainable products. Producers are offering more formats in plant-based, and they're trying to appeal to generational expectations with flavors and textures. Finding the right base or blend to deliver a great taste, it can be a challenge, one that will benefit from collaboration with your ingredient suppliers. Now, functionality in ice cream isn't a must-have in innovation, but groups of people are looking for cleaner labels without artificial ingredients or reduced sugar formulations. Novelty launches are also offering people a type of functionality through portion control and portability. If you do choose to offer ingredient-based benefits, you might want to use a consumer lens when evaluating your options so that your formula and your ingredients align with interest in more natural products. This webcast is an example of how FlavorSum helps food and beverage companies achieve your growth plans with comprehensive solutions designed to improve your speed to market. Whether you need additional market or consumer insights to fuel your innovation plan, help navigating regulatory complexities, or flavor solutions that address formulation challenges, our team is here to help support your success. We also have applications experts who can validate the performance of your flavor solution at the bench and will test production in a pilot setting to reduce your scale-up risks. Our sensory and analytical teams can help confirm that your ice cream concept meets expectations too. Thank you for your interest in FlavorSum. We hope you enjoyed this webcast with insights to support sweet success in ice cream. If you have questions about the information shared today, please contact me. And for additional insights delivered right to your inbox, be sure to sign up for FlavorSum Discover. Our ebook that examines opportunities in ice cream will arrive in your inbox soon.